Hey guys, Built for Christ YouTube channel here. I want to do this video today on monogamy is barbaric, and I want to just tell you kind of my experiences with Christian monogamy. To understand the roots of monogamy, you've got to go back to the Romans and the Greco-Romans and understand that they put this stuff in effect, and it's trickled through the centuries, and it's had detrimental effects on our society. We have homosexuality, we have fatherless children. We have women committing adultery all over the place. It happened to me 7 years into my marriage. My wife committed adultery on me. When I asked her to show me the house, she took me to the ghetto. Okay, she took me to the ghetto and showed me the house where it happened. I stayed with her because my children were little. They were, my son was 8 years old, and she had a daughter that I had taken in as my daughter. And we also had another little boy who I think was 6 at the time. So I stayed with her because we had little children. I love my children, and we ended up having 2 more children later on in life. So I'm happy I had them, and I'm not upset that I didn't leave her, although that's probably what I should have done, but I'm thankful that I have the babies that I have now. Monogamy totally has ruined my life, except for God, of course, has saved my life, so I'm so happy for that. But anyways, as a young child, not as a young child, I was in my 20s one time. I think I was at my parents' house. I think I was still living there, early 20s, like 20 years old maybe. And I heard my mom and my dad bickering in the kitchen. And my dad was keeping it low, and I was kind of like, I was sleeping, but I could hear what was kind of going on. And my mom came out yelling, loudmouth, saying, "Asher, I had an affair on your father." And then she says, "There, it's out. We don't have to hide it anymore." Probably embarrassed my dad, because it's an embarrassing thing to admit your wife cheated on you, right? I know, I've been through it. So I'm sure my dad was very embarrassed by that. But anyways, she had an affair on my dad. It devastated me, absolutely devastated me. When I went to her and confronted her, she goes, "Oh, get over it. God's forgiven me, Asher. God's forgiven me." Okay, and so because God forgave her, I can't have any questions. I can't want to get this thing straightened out of my head. It devastated me. I went out that night and got drunk, ended up getting arrested because I was peeing by my car, and it was behind a bar, and I guess some residents in the area had been complaining because a lot of people would leave the bar and go take a leak by their car. So anyways, I got arrested that night. It was like more of a notice to appear, and I had to go through some pretrial intervention. Okay, anyways, moving on. That was a Christian monogamous family. Okay, Christian monogamous. My mom did nothing illegal by doing that. Now, had my dad taken on a couple wives, that would have been considered illegal. My dad, to his credit, I don't think ever fornicated while he was married to my mom. A man only commits adultery when he takes another man's wife. So, and I'm sure my dad never did. Well, I can't say anything about it. I mean, sin is sin. It's everywhere, right? But I'm pretty sure my dad never committed adultery. I'm pretty sure my dad never fornicated. He was a beta male, okay? And he was happy with one woman, I guess. But so that happened. My wife committed adultery on me, right? That's Christian monogamy. My older sister died of alcoholism at the age of 44. Okay, my family thinks she's in heaven, even though 1 Corinthians chapter 6, 9, and 10 says, "Be not deceived, fornicators or drunkards will not inherit the kingdom of God," right? My older brother came to me on 2 different occasions. One occasion said, "Laura's pregnant. I think I'm going to have an abortion." Of course, I pled with him not to do that. All of a sudden, time goes by, weeks, months. You don't hear of her being pregnant anymore. Same thing, years later, Sharon's pregnant. I think I'm going to have an abortion. Again, don't do that, don't do that. It's the wrong thing to do. Again, time goes by. All of a sudden, Sharon's not pregnant anymore. I'm not saying what he did. I'm just saying this is what he came to me and said, and this is what I said to him, and this is what the result was, right? So that's some Christian monogamy. My mother, before she died, literally told me that she thinks Robert's going to heaven. Right? Because he's a Christian. Mom, okay, whatever you say, Mom. My younger sister, total pothead. Up to the time I spoke with her last, which was 2 years ago, total pothead. My younger brother, pothead. Again, up to the time I spoke with him last, well, I can't say that. I know, because I can't prove he was smoking pot the last time I spoke to him. But I can tell you probably up to 2013, 2014, he was a pothead, okay? At one point, he was hooked on pain meds, okay? That doesn't mean you can't clean your life up. That doesn't mean you can't get saved. He might be saved right now as I'm speaking. I don't know. But what I'm saying, this is Christian monogamy. This is the life I came up with, okay? I myself have been with at least 3 married women in my life. 3 married women in my life prior to my becoming a Christian. A true Christian. I always thought I was a Christian. I was out at the bar sleeping around. I thought I was a Christian the whole time. Called myself a Christian. I never knew Jesus. I might have been a Christian, but I didn't know Jesus, and I was heading to hell. So I apologize to those men. I had sex with their wife before I became a born-again man of God. I deserve what happened to me, okay? I deserve another man taking my wife after all I've done. In fact, I forgive that man. If that man's somewhere in the world, I forgive you. I asked my wife to take me to the house. She took me to the ghetto and pointed a house out in the ghetto. Now that's damaging, right, to your heart, right? When that happens, you're like, what? I love that man. Hey, you know what? Let that be the best decision that man ever made, because I pray for him. I pray for that man that did that to me. I pray for him, because I've done it to many others, and we can't be forgiven unless we forgive those that have done that to us. Sorry about this screen, guys. It's a free screen recorder, and it is what it is. I don't have any options. It's blurred out all around me. It's covering my face. That's Christian monogamy, guys. The government will not do a thing if you go out and have sex with other men's wives, if you impregnate a bunch of women, okay, you abort those babies. All they want to do is they want to make sure you're paying your child support, because they get paid from it, right? It benefits the government to do that. They want to put you in lock you in the system. That's all they want to do, but they don't care otherwise. But they'll go and they'll burn a compound down, right? Where a man has multiple wives. Burn the men, women, and children alive, the FBI will. Burn them alive. Thus I say, monogamy is barbaric, okay? Because you can impregnate all the women you want, have all the illegitimate children you want. And the monogamists don't care. They don't care. They don't give a hoot about that. But if you try to take care of those women and bring them in your home and be a father to the children and a husband to the wives, they will come after you bloodthirsty. Even Christians right now that are hearing this think I'm crazy, right? Because many of the men in this world are beta males. We live in a matriarchal society. You want to find out if your household is matriarchal? Go tell your wife that you want to bring in another wife. Oh boy, we're going to find out who's in charge in your house right now. We're going to prove that you ain't in charge in this house, right? That's called being a beta male. You have to be in charge. Only alpha males are God's men. I'm going to tell you right now. So yeah, monogamy is not a good thing. It's led to the homosexuality in this nation. It's led to illegitimate children. It's led to widows. Not necessarily widows, but women without husbands, children without fathers. It's a horrible thing. And the answer to fix this society is polygyny. It's where a man can have more than one wife. See, men have it in them to have more than one woman in their life. Now, I'll tell you, I've gotten control of my spirit, okay? My wife left me in April 2020. I haven't had sex with another woman. I haven't even kissed another woman. And I've had women show up at my door for me when they find out a rich gringo lives in that big house there. Now, I'm not rich, but they don't know that. They think I am. They think everybody from the States is rich. Okay? I do have a nice house, and it's in a great location on a busy occupied road. But it's only one room. It's big upstairs and inside. Downstairs, a big bodega where I have a store and a car wash and things like that. But from the outside, it appears I'm a rich gringo. Okay? But they don't know. But I've had women show up for me. Okay? So it's not that I don't have an opportunity. Okay? There are women that I've had women beg me for my phone number. Okay? Believe me, this stuff happens. I have not done anything. I have control over my body. See, I gave myself to Christ. His Holy Spirit dwells within me. I have, I'm sorry about this blur, guys. You're probably not even watching this because of it. The old man is dead. I've been resurrected according to the Spirit of God. I don't live in willful sin. I don't live in willful sin. So I've overcome that. I battle with that. The flesh, of course, wants to. The beautiful I'm 49 years old. At the time I was 48. Beautiful 32-year-old woman shows up because she heard I was there and I didn't have a wife. And of course, what does she want? She's trying to get to the United States. I mean, I'm not stupid. She don't love me. She's beautiful. Beautiful figure, right? Smiles from ear to ear, all about me, and I don't do it. I could have, and I don't do it because she probably belonged to another man. Sorry. Unless she's willing to be my wife, right, and give me children and can prove she doesn't belong to another man, I'm not going there. I'm looking for a woman that I can love. See, Jesus said a man cannot serve two masters. I'm really sorry about this, guys. I got to maybe pull this closer. We cannot serve two masters, but he didn't say a master can't serve more than one servant. See, a woman is below the man, a man's above the woman. A woman cannot love more than one man. It's impossible. She'll love the one and hate the other. I think that's what happened in my marriage. I can't prove it, but I think that's what happened. I think there was, anyways, I don't even want to allude to that. But a master can love more than one servant. See, love actually comes from the man, not the woman. Our society teaches that it's the woman that has the love. No. It's the man that has the love. No one will ever love your children more than the man of that family. Okay, the men are the one that love. The women aren't even commanded to love in the Bible. The women are commanded to obey. The men are commanded to love. Why would Jesus command the man to do something he can't do? Love your wife like Christ loved the church, right? And the woman is commanded to obey her husband. And so that is the way it's supposed to be. Men have the ability to love and love and love. We can multiply love. What's wrong with multiplying love? Right? We're multiplying and not dividing, adding love and not subtracting. A man has the ability to love more than one woman. The thing is, don't fornicate and don't commit adultery, okay? Monogamy is what led us to where we're at. Our society is messed up because of monogamy, enforced monogamy. There's nothing wrong with having one wife. There's nothing wrong with only loving one woman. If you're a beta male and that's your thing, there is nothing wrong with it. You're not in sin. But enforced monogamy is a horrible thing. Maybe it's because that window, the light behind it. Let me turn my computer. Sorry guys, this is really screwing up this video. I don't know. Maybe back up. I wish I could change the background settings, but I can't. I don't even care if you see my background. Anyways, guys, that's it. God bless you. Christian monogamy screwed up my life. Being a Christian does not focus on being born again. It's basically just a religion that we have. Polygyny is for alpha males. It's not for beta males. So don't get all mad and upset at me if you're a beta male, okay? If you're an alpha male, you're probably not going to have a problem with what I'm saying. But for the beta males, it's going to be a problem for you. If a woman can't give a man a husband, if a woman can't give a man children, she should say, honey, let's find you another wife that can. Okay? It benefits everybody involved. It benefits the man. It benefits the children. It benefits the woman. She has a helpmate. She has somebody else that can help her in the house. She has a sister wife. It's a good thing, guys. For alpha men of God. Men of God. Men of God. Alpha men of God. It's a good thing. Consider it. Women, if you have a husband, consider it for your husband. God bless you guys.